Today we're taking the RZR on a laid-back ride up to the Skookumchuk Fire Tower Lookout. The views up there are amazing, especially on a day like today when the sun is shining. I had some trouble with the audio today, so there's a bit of background music to help balance things out. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Typically, I like to let the RZR create all the background tunes. It has been so dry this summer and the trails are extremely dusty. It doesn't matter how far I hang back from the other riders. There we go. When I get heading this direction, I get some great views across the valley. Sometimes when I'm pointing the other direction, it's just a shot looking up the hill. But heading this way, views across the valley, bright sun, blue sky, these are some great views. I have the camera mounted on the roll bar above my left shoulder, looking right past the side of the RZR. I think it has a pretty cool view of what's happening. Might not have the alignment quite where I was hoping for, but it looks pretty good to me. This is the first time I'm ever heading up to the Skookumchuk Fire Tower, so I'm not really sure what to expect on the trail here. There's a bunch of guys out in front of me. They are long gone. And you know what? It's these rocky bits that really slow me down. Typically I'm doing a pretty good job at keeping up with the crew, but these rocky bits, I always go way too slow. It just feels like I'm gonna beat on the machine or something. I'm still kind of getting used to what the machine can handle and the best speeds to handle it. But I'm okay with being a slowpoke too, so see a bit of dust on the lens here. By the time I started this, we'd already been riding for a good 20, maybe 30 minutes. Super dusty down low. And it looks like I forgot to wipe off the lens of the camera. So that bright glare of the sun's really showing the dust here. But overall, the image quality's not too bad. And as a point of reference, if you're interested in the camera gear, this is being filmed on a GoPro Hero Plus. No numbers, Hero Plus. It's a really old GoPro. These are some pretty good shots. I like that sun blinking in and out behind the trees there. That's good. I like it. This is up, up, up. There's the fire tower right there. This is the top of the hill. You can see a few of the riders already got here ahead of me and they're unloading. And there's a whole bunch behind me. We'll see in a second in some of the other shots. The little balcony around the edge is in pretty rough shape. Doesn't look super sturdy. We were kind of making sure there was only a couple of guys at a time on there. It did not inspire a lot of confidence. But look at these views. I mean, straight up and down the valley, blue skies, gorgeous weather. It's fabulous. It's a great spot to be. Now we'll start heading back down. And since we're going a little bit slower, the dust isn't so bad. I'm actually going to be able to keep up to these guys for a little bit, and we'll be able to see some of these other machines in the video for a change, which always makes the video a little more interesting. We can see the other machines. Well, my plan for keeping up kind of got off to a bad start. They got a little distance on me, but I'll catch them up here in a minute. These really rough patches again. I just can't hold speed on those. It just slows me down. It feels like I'm going to break something. I don't know what it is, but obviously everyone else goes through with higher speed and they don't have any trouble. So I've just kind of got to get used to it here. But you know, it'll come. Slowpoke, here we come. Okay, so I caught up here. Don't pay attention to the fact that they came to a complete stop, but I still caught up. Maybe it was that rock in the middle of the trail. Everyone stopped to avoid that, maybe. Who knows? Right in front of me here is another Polaris RZR. I can't remember exactly what model it was. There's quite a few different machines on this ride with this crew. Lots of Polaris. There's a couple Arctic Cats usually. I think there was 2 Arctic Cats today. A couple of Yamaha. I can't remember what they're called. Those green Yamahas. There's 2 of those. And a couple of older units too, which I didn't recognize. It's an interesting variety of machines, that's for sure. Yeah, when we're heading this direction, we get some nice shots with the sun blinking behind the trees, but mostly the camera's looking kind of up the hill, and that's all we see is a bit of trees. The best view is off to my right, and on the next hairpin, we'll get some good views. And it's starting to open up, and you're starting to see a bit more of that dust on the trail again. The farther down the trail we get, and the more speed we get, the worse that dust gets. That's a cool looking shot across the valley there. It is still pretty rough. You can see me getting bounced around in there a little bit. The camera's actually holding this nice and smooth, but the trail is a little bit on the rough side. I guess the cool thing about pointing this way and having all the trees in line is you get more of those branches whipping by the camera, that's kind of a cool shot too. Sure would be nice to be able to see off to my right there. Ah, there we go. Hairpin turn, looking the other way. Look at that valley. Look at that view. That's amazing. That's really why I get out on the trails and ride. It's to experience the nature and see the views like this. Still a fair bit of dust up in the air, and I'm not even right behind those guys. There's a little bit of gap there, and the dust is just hanging around. And with that bright sun, you can see the dust is starting to settle on the camera lens a little bit again. That's a nice view across the valley. Another hairpin turn. Kind of tough to see on the video here, but by this point in the trail, we've actually picked up a lot of speed compared to the beginning of the trail. It was pretty steep and rocky back there, and we were going pretty slow, and now it's not so much, and yeah, speeds are up a little bit, but it's really hard to see speed on these cameras. When the branches go whipping by, then you can notice the speed, but once everything opens up a bit, it's kind of tough to see the speed. That's a cool shot, kind of a long straightaway and a kind of a little tunnel where the tree is there. That's kind of a cool shot, I like it. Might have just noticed a little glimpse of a safety cone there on the trail. That's one of the things this riding club does, is the guy out front drops a cone every time they make a turn, so that when we get all spread out, you don't have to sit and, you know, eat dust by being all scrunched up together. Everyone gets all spread out, you see the cone, you turn left, you turn right, and the guy at the back slows down and picks up all the cones, obviously. That's another good view of the valley. I like it. That's beautiful. Can't get enough of it. These views down the valleys, they're amazing. Love them. The dust, on the other hand, I could do without the dust. If you like the video, rev up the like button. If you want to see more beautiful British Columbia scenery, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next ride.